Hey guys, how's it going? Ajax here with more Rattlecan shenanigans. And today the video I wanted to shoot was one that I had promised to do a long time ago. And I wanted to make sure that I got it in before the end of the year. This is actually a retrospective on a kit that I built exactly right around this time last year. This is AMT's 1951 Chevy Bel Air kit. And it was a gift that I made for my dad. Gave it to him for Christmas last year. He graciously loaned it back to me for a limited amount of time so that I could shoot this video. And I drug my heels and held onto it way longer than I should have or even needed to. But finally getting up off of my keister and shooting the video and giving you guys a look-see for the one or two people who asked me about it. Anyhow, like this was I think it was the third model that I built back in 2014, and I was familiar with the YouTube modeling community. I had watched Dr. Cranky's videos and seen stuff from CT Speed Shop and a couple other guys out there, but was really apprehensive to jump in myself, mainly because I didn't feel like my skills were up to par. But one of the things I noticed is that the more I started watching and the more I saw people talking about the stuff they were showing, I noticed there were a lot more guys who were doing this just for the fun of it. Like they genuinely enjoyed the hobby. And I thought about it and was looking at the stuff that I was doing, and I realized that, it's not technically perfect, and there are still several techniques and things that I've yet to master. But when it boils down to it, start to finish, even when it's a more difficult kit, I still find myself having a really good time building them. I enjoy the hobby, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. So, like, keeping that in mind, when I had a chance to jump in on one of the community contests, I went for it. And you can actually go back in my history and take a look at the Chevy step-side pickup that I built for Patrick Hancock's Chevy Truck Month build. That was the first one that I debuted on YouTube here, and it came out pretty good. But enough about that. Actually, let me get back to the business at hand here. So, like I said, this is a kit, the third kit I built on the year. I can actually go back and show the other two, but they're not very good. They had issues. I was just getting my feet wet. Felt like I was getting a little bit better with the bare metal foil. The paint here is Tester's Model Master, I believe it's Emerald Green Metallic, and then the Tamiya Pure White for the two-tone. This was actually the first two-tone that I had done when I sprayed and built this kit. Hadn't masked off and done two-tone like prior to this, so was happy that I didn't get much overspray or runoff or anything. Another thing that was a first for me here, if I can pop the hood, is this was the first time I had attempted to wire an engine, and let me see if I can zoom in on that for you guys so you can get a better view of the stuff. Like, I apologize for the lighting because it's not the greatest, but yeah, that was the first time I had wired and attempted to plumb an engine, and for a first attempt, I feel like it came out pretty decent. Not the greatest, but for somebody who didn't have any idea what they were doing, I felt like it was a fairly competent attempt. So, like, there was that there. At any rate, I got it built and presented it to my father last year. He was a great big fan of this, in part because he owned a 1950 Chevy. So this kind of sort of took him back, and he was able to share a moment, kind of relive those glory days, and like have a nice memory of the vehicle he once had, now sitting on his fireplace mantle or on his TV shelf. And so, yeah, like I said, I wanted to give you guys a look-see at the kit and show you my handiwork. Again, not the greatest work, but given the fact that I was learning as I was going along, I feel really good about the stuff that I did accomplish on this kit. I was happy that the paint came out pretty decent. It was the first time I had gone in and attempted to polish a kit with the Novice 123 system and Meguiar's. So the polish came out pretty good. As I said, it was a early attempt with bare metal foil, and I felt like the bare metal foil, at least on the sides of the body, came out pretty good. The trim around the windows leaves a lot to be desired, but again, a learning process, trying to like learn, slow down, get competent with the whole thing, etc., etc. And overall, the package, if you don't look too closely, is a really nice kit. So I can't complain. And I gave it to my dad. My dad loved it. He's still a big fan of it. In fact, he keeps asking me to bring it back to him so that it can go back up on the mantle with the other kits that I built for him. And so now that I've got this video done, I can hand it off to him. Let me give you one more quick look. See, I'll zoom in and try and get it to fill up the entirety of the space, and see if I can tilt it so that the light will hit it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I would pull it off of this base, but as you can see there, it's wrapped on there pretty tight, and it was a bit of a bear to get on, and will probably, I assume, be an even bigger bear to get off of there, so I'm not going to do it. But let me move down here so you can see like a little bit of orange peel in that paint there, but nothing too horrible. Anyway, yeah, that's that. That's the 51 Chevy, the AMT 51 Chevy. It fought me on final assembly, but anymore with the AMT kits that I've put together, that's kind of par for the course. The individual sub-assemblies go together fine. The final assembly usually fights me like a mad dog, but it all came together. And as I said, Dad was a fan. Christmas was saved. And now this video is a wrap. I will catch up with you gentlemen soon enough, because I've got the Mustang video that I got to shoot, and I'll have that one out to you post-haste, all right? You guys take it easy.